Good morning, students. Today I'm going to be modeling for you the proper way to answer open-ended questions using our text for this week, Simone Manuel, Swimming Star. So here is an Mayan. Here is the book. All along the right side are all the icons that you can use to access everything. Under the journal, under here, I have already started a page, journal notes, that I have copied and pasted the question for the writing test today into my journal so that I have it to reference as I am reading. And as I'm reading, I will stop periodically to go over the question to see if there's any information from the text that I've read to answer this question. All right, so here's the title, Simone Manuel, Swimming Star. As I can see, it looks like she was on the Olympics based on her cap that she has. It is a biography. So turning to the next page, page 4, chapter 1, Making History. The crowd roared with excitement. It was the 2016 Olympic women's 100-meter freestyle. Just 52 and 70 seconds after it began, the race was over. At the edge of the pool, American swimmer Simone Manuel lifted her goggles. She put her hand to her face in shock. She kissed her finger and raised her hand to the sky. Then she reached over to hug Australian swimmer Kate Campbell in the next lane. Simone started to cry. She swam over to hug Canadian swimmer Penny Olenskaya next. It was her first Olympics. Simone had just tied for gold, and she'd made history. She was the first female African-American swimmer to swim Olympic gold in an individual event. Simone was overcome with emotion. With tears in her eyes, she could barely speak to reporters afterward. She told them she felt so blessed. So looking here, this first page is introducing us to Simone and her accomplishment. It states that she was an Olympic swimmer for the 100-meter freestyle. She had won it, and the biggest thing that was important for us to know is that she was the first female African-American swimmer to win Olympic gold in an individual event. Okay, so this is making history. Let's turn to the next page. Looking here are some graphic features, some text features. This is her. This is the Canadian swimmer that she swam over to hug. Simone celebrates her win with Penny Olenskaya during the 2016 Olympics. Fact, Simone made history in another way too. Her time, 52 and 70 seconds, was an Olympic record. So here, this information, looking at these text features, it also gives us additional information. Not only was she the first African-American woman, as stated in here, as the text only pinpoints that information, but on the next page, on this graphic feature, this caption, this fun fact, it also tells us that her time was also an Olympic record. So that is also a part of history. Looking at this information, there is information here in this graphic feature and these captions that the text does not share. So we need to make sure we're reading that information also. Let's look at page 6. Chapter 2, Born to Swim. Simone was born August 2nd, 1996 in Sugar Land, Texas. She started swimming at age 4. Her parents, Sharon and Mark, wanted her to learn so she'd be safe in the water. Simone had also watched her 2 older brothers compete in swim meets. She wanted to do that too. Simone's parents thought that after a year of swim lessons, she could join the swim team. On the second day of lessons, however, Simone surprised her mom. She swam across the pool. Simone clearly had a talent for the sport. Soon Simone was swimming with a recreational league. Then she joined Sienna Plantation Aquatics, a competitive swim team. At age 9, Simone thought about giving up swimming. She wanted to do dance instead. Simone's mom convinced her to try ballet, but to keep swimming too. Simone took dance until age 11. Then she gave it up. She was ready to focus just on swimming. So looking here at this subtitle, Born to Swim, looking here, it gives us information about the age in which she started swimming at age 4 and the reasons why why she started swimming. It was because, stated here in the text, her parents wanted her to learn so she'd be safe in the water. So the biggest reason for her swimming was to teach her to be safe in the water. But looking at further details in the text, it gives us information about how good she was on the second day of lessons. Someone who really loves swimming, that's pretty impressive for her to be able to swim across the pool only on her second day of lessons. Goes on to tell me from that day, the second day of lessons, she had a lot of talent for the sport. She was on a recreational league, and then she joined a competitive team. Looking here at age 9, she thought she didn't want to do swimming anymore, but her mother talked her into doing both until Simone could figure out what she wanted. Now back over here in our journal, remember how at the beginning I told you I had copy and pasted the writing task question in here? So I have the question for the journal. Let's go back to this question. What main events happened after Simone's second day of swim lessons? So looking here, I'm going to click on it and I'm going to enter down because I'm going to answer this question. I'm going to move this to the side so I have my eyes on the text on top of looking at the question. What main events happened after Simone's second day of swim lessons? So let's find the text in here. It says, second paragraph. Simone's parents thought that after a year of swim lessons, she could join the swim team. On the second day of lessons, however, Simone surprised her mom. She swam across the pool. Simone clearly had a talent for the sport. So looking here, this first part is talking about what her parents thought about after a year of swim lessons, but she showed after the second day of lessons that she had a talent for swimming across the pool. So looking here, soon after that, she was on a recreational league and then she joined a competitive league. So what main events happened after Simone's second day of swim lessons? So looking, I'm going to restate the question. The main events that happened after Simone's second day of swim lessons were she joined a recreational league and then joined a competitive team. This demonstrates, this is my explanation and elaboration, this demonstrates her determination and talent for swimming. Someone who loves a sport will work hard to accomplish a goal. Okay, so let's reread. I'm going to look here. What main events happened after Simone's second day of swim lessons? So after her second day, the main events that happened after Simone's second day of swim lessons, she joined, I'm going to erase that because that doesn't quite make sense. She joined a recreational league, then joined a competitive team. This demonstrates her determination and talent for swimming. Someone who loves a sport will work hard to accomplish a goal. Okay, does that answer the question? I think it does. Let's pull this back up here. And then we have a second part question. Why do you think these events are important? To me, looking at this here, these are important because it shows her determination. Okay, these events are important because they show how determined Simone was to become better at swimming, something she loves. So let's take a look at the question again. Why do you think that these events are important? These events are important because they show how determined Simone was to become better at swimming, something that she loves. Now, looking at the information in the text, it talks about how she was 4 years old taking these swim lessons, and her parents thought that maybe after a year she would go to a swim team, but only after her second day of lessons. She had enough talent in order to get onto a recreational league and then step up another accomplishment to a competitive team to compete against others. Looking here at age 9, she was having second thoughts about giving up swimming, but her mom explained to her that she could still do both and let her decide which one she wanted to continue with and which one she didn't want to continue with. And looking here, she tried ballet, it says, and she kept swimming. But then she stopped after 2 years, going from age 9 to age 11. She stopped after 2 years, and she focused on just swimming because that shows the love that she still had. She thought maybe she didn't want to continue with swimming. She wanted to try another sport or another hobby. But she found out that she really loved swimming over anything else. So when we're looking at these questions, you need to make sure you're answering both parts. If you notice, I had copied and pasted the questions prior to, but as I was reading, I separated the two questions and added my answers. The nice thing about this is I can save it, and then I can exit, go over here to exit again, going back to my page and go to Tuesday's writing assignment, and looking here at Start Writing, I can go to Essay Writer. There's nothing there, but if I go to Journal and click on Journal, I can easily copy and paste this information over. Copy and go to Essay Writer, right here, paste. And there is my answer to my questions. I don't have to try to keep in mind what the questions are, write it on a sheet of notebook paper, and then come back and type into the Essay Writer. And then down here, I can easily save, and then I'm done for that assignment. And I can turn in writing. Click on Turn in Writing, and then it shows that I am green complete for the day. I hope this is easy for you. I hope this modeling helps you understand more what we are expecting from you. And if you have any questions, please email your teachers at any time. Have a good day.